Hi, this is John. How you guys doing? Today we're gonna do our first lesson of our Violet program. It's a literature program, so I'm very excited to get started. Today I'm gonna go over what flash fiction is. Flash fiction is a very important element within literature. So I'm going to go over what this subtype of literature is all about. So today's to-do list, I'm gonna define what flash fiction is, and also look at its key characteristics. Lastly, think of some tips for I can help you write better with the flash fiction. What is flash fiction? It's an extremely short essay or a story, usually less than 1,000 words. If you think about a novel or long fiction, flash fiction is unlike that. It's much shorter, 1,000 words or less. Flash fiction, it focuses on brevity and impact. Very concise and also but very impactful. That's two core traits for flash fiction. As the name implies, right? Flash means quick, so it's very concise. And also tells a complete story in a compressed form. I mean, it's obvious, right? You still want to kind of have a plot, storyline, right? But you just don't have a lot of space to contain the stories. Very compressed. If you had to write a flash fiction inside a fortune cookie, what would it be about? Something to think about. Key traits for flash fiction. First, concise plot and characters. We don't have much room, right, to develop our story or characters, right? We have to be very to the point, concise, and also not many layers when it comes to characters. Second trait, implied backstory. We don't have to explicitly tell everything in detail, right? We somehow have to assume or there has to be implied backstory. Third, surprising or emotional ending. Flash fiction have to be impactful, right? In order for it to be impactful, we have to make some kind of emotion-related ending. Lastly, it leaves room for reader interpretation. It's a little bit loose or flexible. It kind of helps readers to be more imaginative or creative. Word count range for flash fiction, it should be under 1,000 words. So anywhere between 800 words and 1,000 words would be ideal for flash fiction. And there's also microfiction. It's super micro, which means under 100 words. Almost like a poem. We also have a different subtype of flash fiction, which is a sudden fiction, often 750 to 1,500 words. Today we're talking about the flash fictions. Ideally, 1,000 or less words will be perfect for flash fiction. Why flash fiction? Out of many types of literature, why flash fiction? It's great for practicing storytelling skills. Second, encourages precision and economy of language. If you're like a person or student likes into poetry, then you probably like flash fiction as well, because flash fiction encourages accuracy yet conciseness. So every word count. It could be very fun, using less words, but also, less words means more challenging, right? The shorter essays, shorter writings, often it's much more challenging and more demanding, difficult, because, you don't have many words to play around. Third, popular in literary magazines and online platforms. You guys like shorts, right? YouTube, right? We're in the era where pretty much everything's concise and short. In line with today's world, I guess flash fiction is something that many people will love to write about. Lastly, flash fiction is also useful in classrooms. It's very practical, and writing workshops. I mean, technically you need more time to spend on writing shorter essays or papers, because that's how it is. Because every word counts, you tend to be more attentive and spend just more time and effort to produce one sentence versus, let's say, you're given 10,000 words. It's quantity, right? It's demanding and challenging, but in my opinion, the more concise means more challenging. Few tips for writing flash fiction. First, try to start in the middle of the action. You don't have to start from the beginning. We don't need long introduction or grabber. So just get it right to the middle of the action. It's okay for flash fiction to do so. Second tip, focus on one moment of emotion. Either focus on one moment or emotion. Do not try to diversify or try to capture too many emotions or too many moments at a time. Try to cut anything unnecessary. This is obvious because we don't have many words, so we don't have much space. So trying to highlight the words that only matter. Last tip is to leave a lingering impact. Whether surprising or some emotion evoked, the ending would be perfect. Endings in the flash fiction, ending is often the punchline or emotional twist. must resonate beyond the story's word count. Also can reframe the story's meaning or theme, of course. And effective endings often surprise without feeling random or echo the beginning or title. Leave a haunting image or an unanswered question. In flash fiction, the last line can make or break the story basically, since it's very concise. Every word matters, but structurally, what comes at the end, in conclusion, it matters the most, in my opinion. Trying to develop the last sentence that's very impressive and long-lasting for the readers. Things we have to consider for flash fiction writing, of course, we have to consider for structure, character construction, and emotion. Especially for the latter two, character construction and emotion. Do not try to overwhelm yourself by having a lot of different characters, layers, or many emotions. Trying to stick with the one or two and just go for depth. Next time, I'm trying to talk more about what ins and outs of flash fiction next time. So hope you guys enjoy and see you guys next time. Cheers!